I am the Seer. I have come to say what I have seen, what is to come. It will occur in your lifetime or your children's lifetime, for I cannot give specific time frames. All I am here to say is the event that I am talking about and will discuss. It will occur on one condition: that this human race does not change its vibration or its energy, for this is the only way that this event can be stopped. There will be a man-made disaster of magnitude never seen before. It will engulf this planet. This planet will be overtaken by this disaster. All of this human race will be at risk. The existence of this human race will be at risk. But do you think about this at this time? Do you think about this now as I speak? Do you think of this? No. For you, this human race is too engulfed in greed, self-centered, and conceit, self-gratification. This is all that you care about. For the moment, that is all you care about. What is in it for me, as you use the term? What do I get out of doing this, is what you are saying. You get life, is what I say. I, the Seer, say that your species continues to propagate and exist. That is what I am saying that you receive from this. You, this human race, you call yourselves intelligent. No, there are few of you that can qualify as intelligent. Even those that are of your best leadership are not qualified to call themselves intelligent. Arrogance, yes. Conceited, yes. Self-centered, yes. But intelligent, no. The criteria is not there for that definition to fit. I, the Seer, say that this disaster which you, the human race, will make occur will cause this global disaster. It is one of conflict. It is one that will cause you to flee, to hoard, to kill your fellow man. Yes, I say to kill, for it will be as drastic as to kill or be killed. But for those of you who are ready to ascend, it will not matter, for there are several of you in numbers that will be ready for ascension, to leave this carbon form, as it has been stated before. For what is this carbon form that you are existing within but merely a vessel to house the eternal life in which you have, the immortal life, as you would put it? Yes, the human race is immortal, but not in the sense in which you visualize this three-dimensional body of yours walking on this planet. For this body is temporary. It is merely one step of the journey that is necessary to reach the purest form of energy, the ascended level. For this body is temporary. It can be terminated and will be terminated. And what happens with the soul, or the spirit as you may call it, once this body terminates? It continues its journey, for the termination or the death of this body is merely an extension of the journey in which the soul or the spirit is to take to reach the ascension level. I, the Seer, say that you, the human race, will do nothing but accelerate this process if you continue on the path in which you are. For some, this is a good thing for them, but for most, as you see it, you will be scared. You will be frightened. You will wonder and worry, and why are we going to go through this? Well, these are all excellent questions to ask yourself. For you, and only you, the human race, have the power to stop the event in which I am speaking of. And by this time, if you have not figured out what event I am speaking of, I will tell you. I, the Seer, see what you call a nuclear conflict occurring. There are many of those on this planet, what you call countries, that have nuclear weaponry. Yes, this is common knowledge, but I, the Seer, say that there are those who care very little about the human race, and they will not hesitate to use this nuclear energy, this nuclear weaponry to annihilate their enemies, but they also do not consider the fact that they will be annihilating themselves. I, the Seer, say this is a time to consider what is to happen. Look at your situation on this planet. I see it, and I am here to tell you again about it. I see poverty growing exponentially. I see phantom food shortages throughout this planet happening exponentially. I see overpopulation of this planet occurring again exponentially. I say that this is preventable, but do you, as a race of human, care? I, the Seers, say no, you do not. For if you did, you would curtail these activities in which I have spoke and make sure that the planet is viable enough to sustain and the population is adequate enough to sustain. But no, you continue to propagate. You continue to consume. There are those countries that are in dire need of food, of clothing, of substance that requires them to sustain their life. And once they do not have these necessities to sustain life, what is it that they have to lose by creating war, creating devastation to the rest of this planet? There is nothing to stop them. There is nothing for them to lose. I am speaking of commonplace knowledge at this time, yes, but look at it. Look around you. Understand why I am saying this. You are taking it so nonchalant. You are so, what you want to say, your term cavalier about it. You overlook it. You blow it by and say, this is not concerning me. But yes, it is human. For the human race is to be concerned. I, the Seer, see this image. Can you see this image? The human race, can they see in their mind's eye what it is that I see? The Seer sees this occurring. But there is, again, the alternative, as I have spoke of. You are one species that has this advantage over the future. It is the advantage of your free will in which you have within you. The human race has this ability to change the events that I have spoke of, but unless you, the human race, takes heed to what I have just said, it will be upon you before you realize it, before it is understood by your minds what it is that is happening. Look at your world's leadership. Take heed on what they are doing. Understand what they are saying and what they are wanting from you as a collective, as the world's population. What is your leadership asking of you? For I, the Seer, see these events occurring, control and domination. Do you, human? Do you, as a human race, see this event occurring? I, the Seer, say, no, you do not. Why? Because you are consumed. Yes, I do say consumed with self-gratification. You are looking toward your authorities to save you, when in fact they do not know any more about saving you than you do. For it is time now for you to consider what resources that you have available to you and start using them to prepare for your future, whichever one you decide to choose. The choice is yours. For you, the human race, you have the choice. Do you have conflict? Or do you have peace amongst yourselves and unilateral cooperation with one another, where you are all working together as one for the common good of the human race and this planet that you occupy? For once this planet has distinguished or diminished all of its resources, what is left for you? The human race will have nothing left for them. Nothing. For what would your life have been for if it was just to live and to consume and use up the resources of this planet? What would you have learned? What would you have accomplished? For your goals were to reach a higher level of energy, a higher vibration, so your soul and spirit, as you say, can leave this carbon form, this body in which you occupy. For this body is nothing but a vessel. You are meant to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, and by holding on to your beliefs in which your leadership tells you, both all leadership, I say leadership, I use it all-encompassing, your governmental leadership of all levels, your spiritual leadership within all beliefs. What are they asking of you? What are they trying to tell you? What is their purpose of controlling you? And I see or say, yes, I see control occurring at all of these levels. But you, the human race, are at a time in history of yours that this is not before you with your eyes open. Your eyes are not open to this. You are looking to leadership for support and relief of your grief and your anxieties and worries, where you need to look to each other to help resolve what I have stated. For is it really going to come from your leadership? You would like to believe so, but I, the seer, say no. Your leadership will just ask more and more of you, and you will give and give in the pretense that you will receive from your leadership. But I, the seer, say the only receiving that you will get from them is pity. You will need to look to one another as a race, your neighbor, your friend, the person, the human that you have never met before. You will all need to come together as one and work toward the salvation and sanctity of preserving this human race. For it is you, the human race, I, the seer, say, it is you, the everyday, simple, common human. By coming together, you are the ones that will save this race, not the leadership in which you look so highly to now. Consider my words. Consider the consequences in which are to come. Look at what is being said before you, when what is being fed to you, both figuratively and physically. Look at what is being given to you for food, for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding. Is it what you want to hear, or is it what you need to hear? I, the seer, say this for your benefit. If you, the human race, decide to listen, I say, fine. If you do not decide to listen, I, the seer, say, fine. For it matters not to me, the seer, for I will continue. The question is, will you, the human race, continue? Heed my words. Before I say that I am done, I ask one thing of you. Consider all that is around you. Use what is called critical thinking when you are told something. Understand that you have the capacity within your brains that was given to you at the time in which you were brought forth. You have the capacity. It is up to you to determine how you use this capacity in your brain. I, the seer, say it is there for you to use. Look upon it and analyze what is being done to you. That is all.